EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, set, 15, run, 15 run. Big grip, big grip.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ready, ready. 18 Gator. Hey, Delta. Yes, yes. Pick it up. Dude.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Back to throw. Patterson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Patterson. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. To throw on 2nd down. Patterson. Pass incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. From the gun, Patterson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
They'll run it for the first time with Kamara, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Toss play, Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Oh, a design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Back to throw. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here comes the Rams punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 23. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Got it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Mike is 59. Hey, Orbit.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike's 5'9".
On big grip.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
18 Gators.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 25 yards that time.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Okay, break. Hey, Charlie. Topper.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Now back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. Going long here for Wallace. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ready, set. Mike is 59. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Bravo.
2nd and 3. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Looking to throw. Patterson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down LA. Looking to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down.
Watch the boot.
5.
59. Mike's 59. Watch the backer. Watch the backer. 59's Mike. 59's Mike.
Deep grip.
From the gun, Patterson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
Go.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. 57. Mike, 57. 3 buzz. 57.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
59. Watch the run.
Hey, Foxtrot.
On 1st and 10, Patterson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
It's second down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit.
57's the mic. Watch 57. I got you. I got you.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Hey, let's go.
Throwing again. Patterson. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 30. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And an alley run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Let's go, baby. Turn it over. Get that ball. Let's get that ball.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground, Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bengals 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Recon, 132 fight. Shoot!
Kamara trying again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 9-yard touchdown grab as they are able to cut into that lead. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a right Lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
50 seconds to Mike.
Hey, you. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Ready?
From the gun, Patterson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Patterson looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
18 Gator.
To throw on 2nd down. Patterson throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
57. Mike, 57.
Throwing on 1st down. Patterson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. 2nd and 1. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former 1st-round pick there on the coverage.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They find some open field here. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Operating from the gun, Patterson. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive.
That QB's trash. Let's go. And 58 is a mic. Go 58. Let's go.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He sets to fire deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 10.
Ready?
They'll run it again with Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to...
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has...
And the ball is knocked out, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go to Barkley again. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 2. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Chris Herndon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Bengals, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.